Alright, let's make a servo motor. Alrighty. I've just had a semi-successful test run. Let me just point out the components and I'll explain how it went. Over here we have the H-bridge with the battery input and these two wires coming off of it so that I can use the 12 volts on the breadboard. Over here we've got the H-bridge's output, and this goes obviously to the motor. Over here we've got the digital signal controlling the switches on the H-bridge. That goes to the Arduino. Over here we have the data cable which goes between the Arduino and the little receiver module. Over here I've got a little DC to DC voltage converter, buck converter, which is converting the 12 volts coming from the battery into 4.5 volts, which can be used by the receiver. And obviously the Arduino runs on the 5 volts, which comes from the USB plug. So that's the setup, and it was working for just a second before the hardware failed. So let's take a look at that. So you saw last week this piece that I've started developing. It's pretty rough. You can see in there the potentiometer and how it's actuated by the motor. And obviously these connect to the steering linkages. So what went wrong? Well, this piece here is actually tapered. I'll see if I can get a look at that. There we go. So that's a tapered hole, and that fits onto this tapered contact. Here we are. And we can see, evidenced by this shiny metal powder, that aluminium is just not strong enough for the job. But I think this came a little bit loose and this has just chewed it up. But that's very unfortunate because it was working previously. But, I guess the next video will be me fixing this part. Alright, so just for demonstration purposes, I've bolted this back on here and squeezed it in tightly as possible. So let's attempt a demonstration. I will engage the battery. There we go, and as you can see it's powered up the receiver. And we've got a green light. So, there's one more thing that needs power, and that's the Arduino. Well, that hasn't gone particularly well. I have a failsafe written into the code which kills the software if the potentiometer goes too far in one direction. So I'll just disable that failsafe. Hopefully that'll fix it. Nope. When I switched it back on, it just rammed into the side like that and obviously stripped. I didn't want to leave the video just at that, so we'll try this piece of masking tape and see if that improves the grip just enough to get a demonstration working so it doesn't take another week to get a video out. Alrighty, so I've reassembled it with the masking tape in there, and that is good and tight. Well, we got something. Check this out. That can't be good for the electronics. Seems to be working roughly correctly. there it is. Something's very wrong. But that seems to be it. Something's very odd here. Oh, I smell burning. Whoopsie daisy. Oh, too much current. What happened there? Ooh, those are toasty. Wowee. How's this doing? Oh, this is only slightly warm. That probably survived the ordeal. But these wires... Oh dear. That nearly melted through. Oh, ow! Gee, those are hot. Way too much current for these little guys. Crikey. Well, it worked, but something was very wrong. You could see it vibrating. I think that could be because it's loose. Something like that. Anyway, it's a mechanical issue. I'll put it down to being a mechanical issue, but you saw it work. So that's the important thing, and I can post the video, and that's good. Alright, I'll see you next time when I build the improved version of that.